Bing, 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 bing. Well, there we go. It is 7:30 p.m. I'm Sergey Brown, and tonight we've got, of course, Miss Dawn with us. Miss Dawn, say hello to everyone.
Good evening, all.
There we go. That's what Dawn gets to say tonight, and I think that that was very prophetic. So, who do we have in the chat tonight? I see I Am has sent me. Nice to have you here tonight. Of course, Miss Dawn, I'm looking right at her. It is finished. How we doing tonight?
That's the same person.
No, it's I don't think it is, but
The chosen one's here.
oh, there we go, the chosen one, and Delilah. There we go, Delilah is here. So we're starting out pretty good. There's some names that I actually haven't seen in a little while, and I don't think Delilah. Are you new? I think she is. So welcome. There we go to the Clear Skies movement, and baby, I was looking today at the smoke-filled pictures that we are seeing online, all the way from Washington State, Canada, Alaska, Lahaina had another fire, all the way down here into Idaho. And, of course, down in the Taos National Forest, they're having another fire. It's just, these fires are becoming insane.
Yeah. Well, it seems to be the norm now.
Yeah.
Every year it seems to get worse and worse.
It certainly is. But I think that something odd is happening, and that is what we're going to talk about tonight. Because when we start looking at these fires, we kind of see patterns, and we see some strange things going on. So tonight we are going to dive into the flames and the floods of a crisis engineered to reshape America. Lahaina, Maui, as we talked about, is burning again, just miles from the 2023 fire that killed 102 and displaced thousands. They still have not allowed anybody in that area to rebuild their homes. They're literally stealing it from them. California's Pacific Palisades burned last year. Kerrville, we saw that. They drowned just a month ago, and North Carolina mountains flooded back in 2024. These are not random acts of nature. I'm thinking that this is the playbook from here on out. Modus operandi, if you will, of strange weather. Clearing land for lithium deposits, power plants, and smart cities. From dry hydrants to freak floods, we're naming names, tracing the money, and following the smoke to the command center. So buckle up, because we've got a lot to talk about tonight. What are they saying over there in the chat, Ms. Dawn?
They're just saying, good evening, human being showed up. The chosen used to be the delivery driver.
Oh, there we go. Well,
he changed his name.
That's why we didn't know. Well, welcome, the chosen one.
Yeah.
I love that. Hi, human being. Of course, this is this Zen moment. Nice to see you here tonight.
It finished says, hello, family, Deltona, Florida here. It's been thundering and lightning for 2 hours nonstop. Gotta love these man-made storms. Lost power for a few minutes and internet for about 30. Are we having fun yet?
Ooh, are we having fun? And baby, remember last week when I said that cold front coming down from the north, and then the two storms almost simultaneously, the one driven by the almost tropical storm, and then the huge storm that blew through about a week ago. I said, you're going to see those come together and converge and just start lighting up storms again. And here we are. You know, we've got all of these lightning fires that I put in quotes because I don't believe that it's lightning. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we've got 39 active fires scorching, well over 1.8 million acres of fire. Actually, 498 fires now. So we've got 39 active large fires. That's what we've got there. And let's take a look at this map here for a second. I don't know why that didn't click on, but we're going to fix that straight away. Well, that's why.
Yeah, glad you're on it there.
Oh, I'm telling you, some of these nights. All right, here we go. There we are. Now $499. It's clicking up as we are talking about it. Look at these fires. I mean, the West is burning. But here's something interesting. We've got the Everglades fire down there, rattlesnake incident. We've got the Anderson Dike incident. Fire burned 800 acres there. Let's see, how much did this burn? That burned 11,400 acres. We've got the Grossman incident, 10 acres, burning down by Miami. We've got the wind shell incident, 60 acres. You guys see what I'm
Do
doing.
they get I don't recall them getting fires like that.
I mean, when I lived in Florida, we never heard of fires.
Yeah, those of you that live in Florida, fire is normal down there?
Or have they been normal over the last 5 years?
Yeah.
Wink. Maybe I winked. Did you see that?
Miami went nearly 3 weeks, no rain. We've got the last 3 days of rain finally. But yeah, let us know if is there a fire season in Florida? I never thought there was.
Right. Somebody told me today online that the Everglades will have fires. But you know one thing the Everglades never had
so
before?
Moist and wet. How does it get?
So damn, exactly. Well, that's the thing. When you hit something with a directed energy weapon,
yeah, anything can catch on fire.
anything. You can literally burn anything.
Sean once said, "I'm near that fire in the south of Florida."
Yeah, exactly. Well, LaShawn, how we doing tonight? DPFS 98. Nice to see you. Babushka, hello, hola. That's all our team members right there. Look at that. Babushka and LaShawn. And where's Christy? Is Christy, did Christy make it?
No.
So we've got 499 active U.S. wildfires. 39 of them are very large. Those 39 alone are scorching over 500,000 acres across the U.S. I think that we need to take a look also, though, at...
Everyone's saying there's a big echo, lots of feedback.
Echo.
Maybe take your thing down.
Yeah, hold on. Let me... I think I see exactly what's going on here.
Did you fix it? Is it better, people? Or it says Sergey's echoing.
Okay, so I gotta figure this out. Let me go here, baby.
Why don't you just close that thing that's up?
Well, I can do that, or I can fix the issue, the entire issue. So that is what I'm. That's what I'm going to endeavor to do. Let's see. Let's see if this.
Not better. It
All right. Is that a little bit better there? Yep.
Dawn echoes too.
Okay. So
Gotta love this, people. We were doing fine. I don't know what you did differently, babe.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Maybe take your picture down.
Well, the picture is down.
Oh, it's not on I'm on a delay.
Yeah, you are on a little bit of a delay. Lahaina's brush fire erupts near the 2023 deadly blaze, alongside fires in California, Gifford, right now.
Better, they said.
Oh, there we go. We've got Gifford. And
put anything up, it'll echo.
Oh, hold on. I think I can. There we go.
The Chosen said the fire was near Alligator Alcatraz ice, but they put it out.
Yeah, there you go. Wait, tell me that isn't by design. Do we still have an echo? Because I think I may have solved it.
Nope. When you brought it back up, I think it's echoing again.
I don't know. I don't think it is. Or is it?
I don't know.
Okay, there we go.
They'll let me know.
Perfect. So we've got the Gifford fire just burning out of control there in California. We've got the Arizona.
It has now been 1 month
Grand
since the
Canyon.
Dragon Bravo fire was sparked by lightning at the north rim of the Grand Canyon.
And that fire continues to burn out of control. The original plan was to let that fire burn like a prescribed burn and just let it kind of burn itself out. But hot temperatures and winds, well, it fanned the flames and it quickly grew out of control. The flames are now reported to be more more than 124,000 acres and are only reported to be about 12% contained. Now, this fire makes it one of the 8th largest in our state's history. The fire has burned an estimated 70 structures, including the historic Grand Canyon Lodge on the North Rim. Now, keep in mind that the North Rim of the Grand Canyon is still closed, along with State Route 67 south of Jacob Lake. Right now, more than 1,200 firefighters are working to stop the forward progression of that fire.
There we go. So we've got fires all over the place. Here's another one in Alaska, right there.
At Granger, we're for the ones.
We're not going to sit around and wait for that. But trust me, we've got a lot going on here. And then, of course, we just had the recent fires in Texas and Oklahoma, those cluster fires there. The precedent, I think, is set with the Pacific Palisades fire and the Kerrville floods and the Hurricane Helene debacle. What I mean by that is that we are looking at something that isn't just a wildfire or a flood. They are precision operations. Just yesterday, the brush fire exploded again in Lahaina. I mention that because they still haven't allowed people back in to rebuild Lahaina, just like they haven't allowed people back in to rebuild in the Pacific Palisades. Last year, the Palisades saw 6,800 homes reduced to ash while hydrants ran dry. North Carolina mountains drowned under Helene's freak floods. This summer, Kerrville's rivers surged 30 to 45 feet in 45 minutes. Now, fires rage again in 2025 from California to Hawaii, from Texas all the way down to the Florida panhandle, or actually deep down into Florida. What connects these disasters isn't just weather. I think it is a policy of radar and resource theft. That's my personal opinion right there. What are they saying over there in the chat, babe?
LaShawn said we had a few fires near me, and I've never heard of any where I lived in the last 10 years. Yeah, fires aren't in Florida, so this is odd.
Yeah. I mean, babe, you lived in Florida for...
Yeah, I was there for 7 years.
7 years?
Never had a fire.
Right there in beautiful Sarasota.
Mm-hmm.
I hear that they have a beautiful beach, but weren't they just flooded?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw a number of hurricanes, battering into Florida, and it looks like these hurricanes are being driven by radars.
Yeah.
Take of that what you will, but if you don't, check out the NexRad, the Doppler.
Beckham says New York was reportedly covered in Canada wildfire smoke today, but they've been dumping massive amounts of trails.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
Fire and dumping and doing trails.
I've been watching the smoke issue come down from Canada. I'm not exactly sure that it's all coming from Canada. I mean, are they just pumping smoke into that area?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It's becoming weird. And then we had another earthquake over in that area as well. What do you got for me over there?
Beckham says, I'd like to hear your take on RFK's mRNA announcement today, Sergey.
Well, he is pulling the mRNAs out of everything. And I think that is a very good thing. I think that there is a deep struggle going on within this administration. I think that some in the administration want to move us into a transhumanism type of approach. And I think some, like RFK, really want to carry through on what he believes is damaging humankind. And if you change DNA, here's the thing. We simply do not know what these DNA changing mRNA shots, vaccines can do. Long term, what it looks like is that it drags a wrecking ball through the human system and it makes us infertile. It causes everything from brain disease to cancers, heart disease. We're having children fall dead of myocarditis and pericarditis.
Blood clots.
Blood clots just running rampant.
Yeah.
We're having
Have you seen
cancers.
those videos where after they pull all the stuff out of an autopsy?
A cadaver, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just all these massive, long, wormy like blood clots.
It's insane.
It's not normal.
Absolutely insane. And the stuff that's in these mRNA shots it's not just vaccine. It's mercury. It's aluminum. It's probably, we know it's a, gene altering mRNA technology, CRISPR technology, but also there is a lot of rumor that we have graphene oxide and that they're allowing that to do so much damage. And that may be what tears up the insides of the lining and creates these long blood clots. Mm-hmm. Who knows?
Babushka says, have we talked about SB 2296?
No, Babushka, we have not talked about SB 2296. Let me bring that up. SB 2296.
Well, you find that, but Beckham does say, I hope his announcement leads to people coming forward with injuries and deaths as well as corporate whistleblowers.
Yeah.
Right. People got to start talking.
Absolutely. So, I have
SB 2296. Is that what you're looking for?
Yep. I just got to make sure that I'm on the correct one. So, here we go. Let's take a look at the summary. Let's share this screen, guys. Let me know if I'm echoing. I think I may have taken care of that problem though. So we've got where is the well, there we go. There's the summary right here. An original bill to authorize appropriations for fiscal year. So this is where they're sneaking in. Is this what you're talking about, Babushka? Where they're sneaking in the pesticide situation, giving them free rein and not holding anybody accountable for the damage that it does? Let me know and we can dive into that. But I wasn't, I wasn't prepped to talk about that tonight. So that's just off the hook right there, babe. Let's see. So I was going to say.
You were going to talk about fires and we totally took you off of that.
Yeah, absolutely. But look at what's going on. Now, this is hustle beep. Breaking. What the hell is hitting New York? Another earthquake just rocked the city. This is not normal. Why does the ground keep shaking underneath New York City? I have a theory. Does everybody want to hear my theory, or just almost everybody?
Bring it on.
My theory is this. I think the United States of America, with our ice neutrino project, the Raytheon weapon, very, very powerful, extraordinarily dangerous weapon that can do so much damage. I think that we used that to trigger the 8.8 earthquake in Russia. And we disrupted a lot of Russia's capabilities by where that earthquake hit. And then we also launched a volcano. So here we go. I think that this is a shot that Russia is taking. Now, they probably don't have as advanced, but are we in a time now that we can start hitting each other with earthquakes? And if you do, see, the thing about using weather as a weapon, whether you're using it against your own people or whether you're using it against the country, is that you have plausible deniability. No, we don't have that capability. We don't know where the earthquake came from. I don't know how the hurricane got steered into Shanghai. Who knows? But now, if we're firing off hurricanes at key points, at what point do we trigger stuff that cannot be undone? That is my concern. It's more dangerous than nuclear weapons. Trust me on this. Actually, don't read up on it. I mean, the power that an earthquake has, the ability of the Project Ice Cube down in Antarctica is absolutely devastating. So now we're getting back to where we were. We're going to segment 2 right there.
LaShawn says indictments are coming, so they are pulling out all the stops.
Well, and that absolutely could be what is going on. Is we have a ton of people that are going to be subject to be treated like traitors, and you know what we do to traitors.
Beckham says we hit Russia, then Russia hits New York.
Right.
Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Oh, hypothetic. Yeah, absolutely. These comments are not intended as news.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you saved your ass.
I did what I could, right? Please read the moniker.
Yeah.
This is for entertainment purposes only. Doppler radar. NextRad systems. They may pulse the sky, potentially manipulating pressure zones to dry out atmospheres or steer storms. We've got radar locations all over the country, and they pulse like crazy. These never sleep. So lightning strikes, wildfires, and extreme rainfall like Kerrville, Helene, align with radar patterns. Lahaina's 2025 fire followed a red flag warning for dry fuels and high winds, mirroring 2024's Palisades anomalies. We used to pray for rain. Now it's redirected by design. Lahaina's brush fire exploded yesterday under 80-mile-an-hour winds and bone-dry conditions, just like the Pacific Palisades in 2024, with its 100-mile-an-hour gusts and, of course, failed fire hydrants. This stuff is not by accident. You don't have this type of weather, especially when we can look up, when our ears ring like crazy some days, or we look in the sky and there is not a stitch of blue to be found, and you see all those massive ripples, you know that we're being hit with radiation, the same exact type of radiation that comes from nuclear fallout. It's just not as intense yet. Kerrville saw 20 inches of rain in hours, with cloud seeding 2 days prior. Helene's flood hit North Carolina mountains, hundreds of miles inland, with record water vapor. These are not natural. These are steered by Doppler pulses or NextRad. I'm thinking that that we've got probably some people in the chat that know a lot about this. What are they saying over there, babe?
Well, when we talk about them being indicted, do you really think they would be? Nobody says, everyone says, I don't think so. And then LaShawn says, I don't know if anything will come from it, but I believe they called a list in for questioning.
Oh, well, I know that they have subpoenaed President Barry Obama. Barry, you gotta come in from playing out there with your boyfriend.
Beckham says the tinnitus is insane and predictable.
Yeah, it really is. I think that we're seeing a lot more cases of tinnitus than I have ever heard of in my life. It used to be almost like a secret. And then, do you remember about a decade ago, we started seeing ads about tinnitus? Mm-hmm. Whenever we see ads on television, this is part of my conspiracy theory, and I need to find a tinfoil hat really quick to put on. I think what they're doing is they're telling us, they're prepping the population for a disorder. We saw this with COVID. It was just jam-packed. Tinnitus, that was spread out for a while. And then, of course, people started getting it more and more and more, thinking that it was, maybe it's, because I worked here or did this, or I had a concussion that one time in high school. But it's not. What we're hearing is the damage being done to us by radar. Mm-hmm. That is a dangerous thing.
Our ears are sensitive for sure to all that.
Well, we're designed that way.
The Chosen said, I heard by 2030, 6G will be coming out. And then Jessica BSN said 6G next year.
See, all these Gs, 4G, LTE, right? I could get a signal anywhere in the country. 5G is crap. 5G doesn't even work.
No, it's only meant to fry your brain.
It's just meant to fry your brain.
You cell service.
And it's also meant to control the storms, right? It's meant to move stuff around, to move the ionosphere up or down. Ice, nucleate it if you want it to rain. But if you want to dry it out, over ice nucleate something, and then all of a sudden you have the melting clouds that we had, because it literally dries everything out.
Right. LaShawn says they say pre-Alzheimer's there is a lot of ringing, and there is a huge uptick. Yeah, so it's a sign of early Alzheimer's if you have a lot of ringing in your ear.
I know they like to say that, but
because Sergey has terrible ringing in his ear.
Some days
and his brain is not melting yet.
And my brain's doing just fine. So I'm 62, and it doesn't seem like my brain's going anywhere anytime soon.
But your ears have been ringing since. I mean, he was a DJ for 30 years. So.
Yep, 35 years. In the music business, had a little studio, produced all sorts of phenomenal Seattle hip hop artists. I loved those days. Those are but high sound pressure levels.
LaShawn? She's going to say, what else has Sergey not done? Jessica says, gee, my Wi-Fi has been more powerful. Lol, just kidding.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Thank you, Jessica. That was a much needed comedic break. Well, let's move on to fly ash, because I think that is our next topic right there, because fly ash does a number of things. Fly ash from aerosol operations coats trees and soil, kills microbes, fungi, halts decomposition. That's a very important point. Not only does it destroy the soil's ability to grow a plant because there's no more microbial life, but it stops all of the microbes and fungi from decomposing. So when the trees fall, now you just have tinder that dries out, and then you can hit that with a flare from maybe one of your hired arsonists, or a directed energy weapon. Or maybe somebody lit a campfire and accidentally did it, but then it burns out of control, turns forests into tinderbox. Floods exacerbate soil erosion and biological collapse. Invasive grasses, over in Hawaii, let's say, can fuel fire spreads, not on Oprah's land or Mark Zuckerberg's land or any of those people. Fire knows not to go on those. Baby, I can't be, an idiot and expect a wildfire to attack Oprah Winfrey's land.
Yeah, no.
It's just, come on. I mean, I don't know what I'm thinking.
Your hair's on fire.
My hair's on fire.
Yeah.
All right, so a forest without bacteria is an absolute graveyard. Fly ash dumped in the sky night after night, day after day, night after night, minute by minute, hour by hour, and at every point on this planet. It chokes the soil, kills the microbes, and primes the West in particular for a wildfire season. Isn't that funny how that works out?
Mm-hmm.
Lahaina's 2025 blaze tore through invasive grasses that burn faster than ever because there's no moisture in it. In Hawaii, I spent a few months living in Hawaii back in 1988.
Everything was moist.
It's moist there. It literally is surrounded by water. In North Carolina, Helene's floods washed away fertile land. In Kerrville, mudslides buried ecosystems. From Palisades to Lahaina, when the land burns or drowns, it does not grow back. That is the issue that we're having. This is a picture. Hold on. I gotta go down and get this picture right here. So this is fly ash, and there used to be a picture when I loaded this. Oh, I don't know where that went, babe. There was going to be a wonderful close up of fly ash here that actually showed the different components and how small they are. They're micronized. They're nanoparticles that we are breathing in, and that is causing all sorts of lung, heart, brain, blood disorders, cancers. And then when they layer on top of that all of the other nasty components that they're spraying, suddenly you get the inability for a population for their bodies to even work normal. I mean, look at how obese America has become. And I have friends. I mean, I'm carrying extra weight.
Me too.
Oh, well, not very much, but a
lot.
But all I have to do is look around, and people are heavier than ever. It's because our bodies are not working like they're supposed to. Mm-hmm. And then you add, of course, the food in there that does no good, that destroys the human body, the stuff that they're putting in pork, which is my favorite food group. Pork, right? Bacon and ham hocks and ribs. Come on, guanciale. What's going on here? It's not even fair. Pork belly.
You love pork belly.
I do.
Buy from the farm.
Exactly.
Like that late. What was that lady last night? What was her name? I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
She was. We're going to put that on a link too in our
Holistic Hilda.
Yeah, Holistic Hilda. She gave us a whole bunch of links to different meats, different vegetables, how to grow your stuff. So we'll be putting that on the
Don't
website.
get that up when she has a moment.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. That's what we're doing. So what we're doing is we're drying out the forest. Wildfires kill unprecedented number of large sequoia trees. This was back in 2020. They've been prepping these wildfire seasons for quite some time, but back in 2020, we still had wildfire seasons, right? This was how it goes.
Yeah, when I was a kid, there was no season of wildfires. You'd have wildfires, but
Exactly.
they pretty much
here
took care of themselves.
Here's my second picture of fly ash.
Oh, that's
solid
fly.
Spherical. This is under a very powerful microscope. So it looks like dust, smart dust. Could be. But we've got very fine, hollow, spherical, irregular, porous iron. The Fe is iron, irregular solids. But that's your strontium, your barium, your cadmium, your aluminum. That is what is in fly ash, and that is what kills everything. It is highly toxic. That's why they had to get rid of it so diligently.
So let's spray the sky with it.
So now let's put it in the sky, because it also, not only does it kill microbes and fungi,
kills us,
it is also highly flammable. It's like spraying gunpowder, very, very fine gunpowder, on the world. And we do it by the megatons, the hundreds, and if not millions of megatons. Just ask David Keith from Harvard, the Scopex project. Microsoft founder Bill Gates funded all that. There we go. And he put $4 million in, got $20 million back. $2 billion back. So he put $4 million in, got $2 billion back.
That's a good return.
Not a bad return. Did he also get a medal? Do you remember when Obama was giving all of those medals to everybody? Ellen and Tom Hanks and Oprah, right?
Yeah.
And she fed all the young kids to Harvey Weinstein and. Yeah, these are some really good people that we're dealing with here.
DPFS 98 says Bezos fake fish got FDA approval today.
Yes.
Now we have to fight Frankenfood from Gates and Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Yep, that's exactly right.
Potato.
Here's why I say that the Clear Skies movement, we are fighters, and I'll got a fisticuffs with any man that says different. There we go. So my point about this is that we got to fight every day, because if we don't, they are fighting. They being the ultra wealthy, right? Being the U.S. government. They don't care about us. They want less of us, because now they have AI. They've got robotics. They've got machine learning. And have anybody, speaking of that, has anybody seen all of the stuff that Elon Musk is putting up lately about robots? I gotta go find his page.
Chosen said, Sergey, I don't remember any of us consenting to coal ash spray.
You would think we would remember that, right?
Like, checking no on that box.
Exactly. There's gotta be some misunderstanding as to how I voted over the last 50 years, because I do not remember ever voting. A little less than 50, but you get my point.
The unelected shadow government.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
DPS said that.
See. I've got.
What are you bringing up there, sir?
Well, so here we go. I'm going to just bring up Elon Musk's page.
Oh. Squirrel, are we?
Yeah, he is posting, he posts a lot of stuff, but he's been posting a lot of this right here. Right, I've seen a whole bunch of these type of posts from him. He's reposting this.
Teteso?
Something like that. But he keeps putting this type of stuff up, and we know that he is working on robots.
That's AI, though, right?
As companion. That is AI.
Yeah, but that's what he hopes they look like. Oh, he's really into tits, it looks like.
I think he is, baby. This is a family show.
Well, you're showing them.
And right. So we've got use this button to share your Grok image creations. All right. Well, that's fancy enough. And here we got more AI. Is he AI? I mean, does anybody know? So here we go. More robotic stuff. More. I think that we are being pre-programmed
to accept it.
Yeah. And only
it even takes out the trash.
Yeah. Only the rich are going to be able to afford this stuff.
Vectum says it's getting very creepy with AI in hyperdrive. Movies are about to become reality.
Exactly. There we go.
DPSF says Elon said in 2 years his robots will be taking most jobs. Wasn't that nice?
Exactly.
So how are they going to pay us?
More and more and more. So this is why they don't need us. So this is why I say, I think that now, right now, today, maybe tomorrow, but during this time, if you want to survive, it will be up to you to find a group of like-minded people, buy a piece of property, start raising farm animals, and learn to be self-sufficient where you need nothing from the government.
Right.
Because I guarantee you the government is not going to be there for people. And start learning about ways to conquer robots.
Is that what that long city in Dubai or whatever?
Here we go.
Is that what they're going to do? Since you can't work, you're just going to go live in this prison. But it's going to be beautiful. But you'll never get to walk out and see the light of day anymore.
This is the problem with it right here, is that they sell these dreams, and it's just it absolutely is not. It's not for people. This is for prisoners.
Mm-hmm.
You are living inside a structure, and you will have to have a pass to go outside. And they're putting it in one of the most inhospitable
places to go outside.
Yeah, I mean, you simply won't be able to survive outside.
I think last week or maybe the last couple nights, I can't remember when it was, but someone brought up WALL-E. Remember the movie WALL-E?
Yeah, WALL-E, exactly.
And they all just sat in their little robotic chairs and ate, drank smoothies and had big. That's what that thing is. You want to go to the other end of the line? Well, just hop on your little chair. You don't have to move.
You don't have to move. You can be 500 pounds, and you simply don't have to move. Here we go. Here is the line. This is beautiful. We probably all want to live in the line. Oh, they've got the Michio Haku, the physicist there, Kaku. It's going to be beautiful. I love how they present this as something that is going to just be absolutely amazing. Now, this end near the water here, this is the high rent real estate. Have you ever seen that Snowpiercer movie? Do you remember that?
Yeah,
With,
I never liked it.
Chris, what's his name?
Yeah.
Ended up becoming, Captain America.
Yeah.
He was in that. And in the very back of the train is where all the very poor people live, all the workers and everything. And then as you got closer to the front, that's, where all the wealthy, influential, and powerful, and that train just runs around the world, every day of the year, just constantly moving.
Kind of like a Hunger Games. You have your own little slot.
Kind of like the Hunger Games, exactly. Does anybody see a parallel, babe? Are you seeing a parallel here?
Yeah, it's kind of frightening. Whenever you watch a movie like Terminator, isn't that coming true now?
You'd want to ask. But look at that property. I mean, if you're right here, that's for kings and
yeah.
and Saudi royalty right there.
DPSF 98 says it's a nightmare, not a dream.
Absolutely, because this is how they do it. They sell you the dream, and then they deliver the nightmare.
Yeah, Jessica BSN says Netflix has been putting out a lot of red pill and futuristic movies out lately. Yeah, they're prepping us like, oh, look at that movie. Oh,
yep.
Yeah, but it never looks like that utopia that you're showing us right now. It's always doom and gloom.
We just never seem to get there, do we? I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, I bought one thing, I got the other. The old bait and switch right there.
Yeah, what? That just doesn't look like the catalog.
And this just
Eden says Trump enacting cities and states not eligible for FEMA funding if the boycott Israel companies. So
I've got a huge problem with this. We'll probably talk about this on the Friday show. By the way, so I'm mixing up so we're going to do the Clear Skies movement Monday through Thursday. Friday, we're going to start doing a 3-hour show. I'm moving my Sunday show to Friday, and we're going to have a group of us talking about some great topics, all sorts of things. It should be really fun.
Yeah, because Dawn wants Sunday off.
Because Dawn wanted Sunday off.
I have power, people.
She has limited me from doing anything fun with my life.
No.
I got some great people. Danielle and Jack and Miss Dawn is going to be here.
Still going to be here, people.
So I'm looking forward to it. This we'll probably fight our way into shape with that show. So set your timer for Friday. 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That's 5 p.m. Pacific. That's 7 p.m. Central, and that's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I don't know what time it is in Dubai, but...
Spectrum says they tried to stop global warming and overshot their goal, making the world a frozen tundra in Snowpiercer. That's what it was.
So, I mean, isn't that... I mean, honest to goodness, talk about predictive programming. As you know, over the last number of weeks, I have been talking about, it sure looks like we have kind of lost control of the geoengineering war, and maybe something tipped a little bit with all these once in 1,000-year floods just happening, bing, 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 and now we're having just fire ravage the West. Mm-hmm. Even down in Florida. So, where are we? Yes. I am getting on to lighten the match. DEW's arson and lightning. Lahaina, in 2025, rapid spread. No sirens activated despite 80-plus Maui sirens. Not a single one of them went off. Nothing. Maui 2023, we've got multiple ignition points again. Strange burn anomalies. We've got the Palisades, the fire hydrant failures. Look at this. Report Los Angeles fire failed to report 1,000 hydrants needing repair. And they weren't even charged. These simply weren't charged. In a state that has Maybe what does California have all the time now? Fire. That I knew it was coming to me. That's right. Fires. A lot of them. And you let these hydrants go dry?
Right.
It's just, come on.
Isn't it like, aren't they supposed to check them regularly?
Yes, that's part of what we pay these ever increasing taxes for.
Right.
DEWs. All right, so we have cars that are melted, trees right next to them intact. We have places with blue roofs that never burnt down. We've got that one clip of Joe Biden, somebody talking to him about it. Yeah. And he said, we got to do something about that. We can't stop these lasers from not burning everything down.
Put a blue roof up.
Goo-filled sock puppet. That's what he is. Kerrville, Helene, rapid onset floods. And, of course, we had that in Oklahoma. We had it in Chicago. We had it in New Mexico. We had it in Washington, D.C. and all over the place. We're having these just enormous, once in lifetimes, once in 100 years, once in 1,000 year epic events are happening weekly. Now, sometimes multiple times per week. Lahaina's burning again. It's ridiculous. So
there has always been a debate
we're going to take a look
about
at this.
Whether or not there was one fire or two fires. And that's important for a number of reasons. First of all, obviously, this fire sparked the morning of August 8th. It then started to spread. But firefighters were on scene rather quickly, and based on their accounts, they entirely put the fire out. Like, the fire was gone by the afternoon. It then started again, and that fire is what swept in Lahaina, killing more than 100 people, forever changing, really, the state of Hawaii. The delineation, though, was in whether or not that fire had rekindled and restarted, or was there a separate fire?
So this is the thing that I'm talking about right here. You have reports that firemen say we put that fire out, and then all of a sudden a whole new fire is soon as they're kind of packing everything up, breaks out someplace else, sweeps down into Lahaina. And I don't think that it's somebody out there in hiking pants with with a flare. I think from the space, or from a drone, from a 747. We've seen those with the big huge lasers. You can pretty much start a fire any place on the planet if you get high enough. So just let it rotate, and all of a sudden you dial that in. Click, zip, 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 zip. You got all sorts of fires starting all over the place, and I mean we've seen something like 80 wildfires start in Washington and Oregon almost in a day last year. It was Washington, Oregon, and Idaho, just all within 24 hours, fires everywhere. It never seemed to happen that way. Babe, do you think it happened that way?
No.
What are they saying over there in the chat?
Texas Americana says, here in Texas, they have been spraying SRM aerosols, and they've been blaming the fires. Lies. It was completely clear this morning, by the way. Aren't these aerosol flammable?
Yes, horrifically flammable. Yeah. Fly ash is, coal fly ash is 90% of all the fly ash that goes out. Well, maybe not 90, but close. And then you have petroleum fly ash. You start mixing all that stuff up, you put it in jet fuel and you disperse it. It's so fine. Then you fly through a super saturated region, or you turn on some special jets and you mix that with something else, and it just stays up there and completely covers the sky. And by tomorrow morning, all of that has floated down. That's why they have to keep spraying and spraying and spraying and spraying and spraying. That is like gunpowder. Mm-hmm. I mean, really, that's what they're spraying on us. Something extremely flammable. It kills everything in its path. It kills all life. And we have to ask, and this is what makes me so mad about President Trump. Why wasn't there an executive order signed to stop this bullshit?
Yeah,
the
right
day
away.
he really, I mean, it should have been.
Does he not look up?
The day he was in office. Exactly.
Does he not have a brain in his head that says, That doesn't look like the sky I knew.
Yeah,
when I was a kid. I mean, he's older than us.
Marla Maples is part of the Maha Action Committee, right? And she is part of, she's very good friends with RFK. And of course, she was, the paramour of Donald Trump, married. Were they married? I forget if they were or not. It's been through so many women. Good Christ, who knows? What I do know is that she still has President Trump's ear, not in a box or anything. I mean, she can talk to him. So I just wanted to make that clear. I'm not starting a new thing. Marla Maple has Trump's ear in a box. Want to see it? Mummified. My hair's on fire. All right. So getting back to this, Donald Trump knows. President Trump knows exactly what's going on. I mean, Bobby Kennedy has been on any number of shows for years talking about geoengineering and how bad it is for everybody. So yes, he knows. He's not doing anything about it. That's cause for, I just don't like it. So there.
Gotta question that one.
Yeah.
LaShawn said a moment ago, whatever happened to that hot blob they were talking about?
So that hot blob is it 250 miles underneath New York? It's like a big oozing blob, or no, it's been around for 250 years, I think is they can track it back. It's just a big bunch of magma that kind of bloop up, and then it's kind of floating towards New York or the East Coast there. Blob. New York. Let's see what we got. All right. So let's pull this up right here. Massive, mysterious hot blob underneath eastern U.S. is moving toward New York, puzzling scientists. Well, I can see why it would. We'll just continue. What's going on here? What's going on here?
No, everything has
Dismiss.
a pop-up nowadays.
Oh, whoa. All right. Is this the start of Goo York City, baby? See what they did? GOO instead of new. That's funny. Yeah.
New York.
UK scientists have discovered. Okay, so when I read this the other day, I'm like, wait, why are UK scientists discovering this and not American scientists? But UK scientists have discovered a massive blob of rock underneath the Appalachian Mountains that is slowly oozing its way towards New York City, per a slimy new study published in the journal Geology. This thermal upwelling has long been puzzling feature of North American geology. The study leads author Tom Guermont, professor of earth science at the University of Southampton, said in a statement. Officially dubbed the Northern Appalachian Anomaly, NAA for short, this subterranean slime ball sits 125 feet deep underground and extends 220 miles across New England. The team reportedly discovered it using seismic tomography, a method akin to taking a CAT scan on the Earth.
Interesting.
So that's what it is right there. So we've got this big 120 feet down. That's not too far, but it's far enough. Yeah, so it's moving its way. I wonder what kind of damage it's going to do if it ever gets to New York City, because if it is a magma blob, that's going to create a phenomenal amount of heat underneath New York City, and it's already hot down there. That's
Chosen really want Mr. Delivery driver. He's like, Dawn, Trump's son shared a weather modification ban MTG post on his X page. I reposted it. I'll see if I can find it.
Okay, hold on. Let's go take a look at this. There we go. Chosen. Nope, that's Kid Cudi.
Did you change your name, Chosen, on X?
Well, what's the at on that? And
at Delilah Estro 6900.
Okay, well, okay. This is going to take me 20 minutes to type, but I'm going to at DEL.
Woes Me says Mexico doesn't spray, correct? No, they do not.
No, that's not necessarily true. Mexico does spray. And there was a story that Mexico actually suspended some geoengineering, and then within 2 weeks they were forced back into doing it.
Well, who's forcing them? Like, come on.
Yeah.
So there's someone higher than Trump, obviously, who's got the finger on the little button of spraying us all.
Exactly. All right. Here, this is paging through the Chosen One's site here. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yep. Mobs attacking. Is it before this or after this, babe? Do you know?
I have no idea. I don't even know what he's talking about. Oh, Jesus. All right. Don't need to see that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It was, someone just got beat up. They're not dead. So at least we've got that. Well, anyway, we'll have to have the link sent to us, and we'll take a look, because that is going to be important if Donald Trump's son is posting about Marjorie Taylor Greene's bill. Here's the problem with that. And I really, now that I've got a little more time this week, we're going to start working on this. LaShawn, Babushka, let's start a push to drive emails and phone calls into Marjorie Taylor Greene's office, because we want to be part of writing this bill. We have got to get Susan Clark hooked up with this as well. She is the one that will tighten up that language so we get everything stopped. It's not going to turn out like Tennessee or Louisiana or Florida. We need this shit stopped. There cannot be a 10-day grace period. There can't be anything. The bill passes, bang, we go after people, because they're doing it. They're criminals right now. They're literally destroying our atmosphere. They're killing people. It just takes longer. But
yeah, so slow down.
Yeah. And
then they make money because you're going to the hospitals and the doctors saying, I don't understand why I'm not well. So then they give you, prescription drugs.
Absolutely.
And so it's just one big happy family up there making all the money off of us before we slowly die.
We know that plants are now uptaking 30 to 40% less nutrients into them than the animals eat that. And then the bacteria is dying. And so the animals are starting to waste away. Well, now you're going to have to feed these special, pellets to your animals in feed form. And we know that they feed all sorts of nasty stuff to big farm animals. Mm-hmm. The people you want raising your, either you get 100 people together. Let's go build this thing, babe. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah, you keep bringing it up.
Yeah, I mean, out there fishing. I'll run my show from the outback.
There you go.
So there's a lot of great property here in Idaho, and Idaho lets you do a lot of great things with your property. They're not all ganked up like Washington State, Oregon, California. Montana's getting bad. Mm-hmm. Utah is run by criminals anyway, but.
Bectum says it's totally legal to destroy our atmosphere, but illegal to physically stop them from destroying our atmosphere. That's messed up.
Yeah, it's completely messed up. Here's the problem that I have with this is that we have people talking about this now that are in very high positions in American politics, and yet it is not being stopped. It's not really being addressed. So are they trying to handle the situation? Are they trying to manipulate the conversation, control the conversation? I think they are. I think that this is more pomp and circumstance than actually wanting to get things done. That's the thing I have. That's the problem I have with Marjorie Taylor Greene's bill 4403 is
too many holes.
Well, she based it after Florida's SB 56. We know that has
that's doing great.
Holes big enough you can fly a 747 through.
I haven't seen that stop yet.
Nothing. I mean, has anybody down in Florida seen the spraying stop, the geoengineering stop? Are the waves? Is that crazy dry fog still hanging around?
In Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have to ask these questions, and we have to hold our public responsible. But that's just me. Now for a little shameless self-promotion, I am going to go right here and pull this up.
You got 1 minute.
Because if you haven't been to our website, go to our website, donate if you will. It is costing a small fortune to get this nonprofit going, and I could really use the help. And
there's merch.
Yeah, and then of course we have merchandise.
And he has some great articles to read.
And I have let's here we go. Oh, babe, we got to post my my latest too, and I got my number 3 coming up tomorrow. So that
his blogs.
And if you have a chance, just head on over to
those are your blogs.
Head on over to
Substack.
Substack. Thank you very much, baby. Head on over to my Substack, and if you can become a member, please do. You don't have to pay for it. If you can afford $5 a month, I would really appreciate it. If you can't, that's okay. Got a lot of great stuff for you over there.
All right.
I think that's all the shameless self-promotion I'm doing tonight.
Well, and you're at 10:30. I work for Florida, so my clock on my computer is 10:30.
And there we
so
go.
All you
right,
Floridans, I appreciate you staying up so late for us.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for watching another episode of TCSM Live. For all of us here, I'm Sergey Brown.
And I'm Dawn.
And we'll see you next time.